how long has the Dublin Bus Lost Property Office been open for?
The Lost Property Office is open in excess of about 40 years.
And how long have you been working in the Lost Property Office for?
In this office here, I've been working for about 15 years.
And how many people work in the office?
There's 2 full-time staff working in the office here.
What's a typical day in the office like? Does it vary from day to day, or?
It would, yeah. Like, I mean, you're dealing with lots of different type of people. You'd start at 8:45 in the morning, and from then on the phone is on.
And what happens to the item when it's found on the bus? When the bus is checked, kind of the process when an item is found on the bus as to when it gets to here into the Lost Property Office?
Well, if you were on a bus and you lost something, you've obviously got off the bus. Well, what happens then, the driver, when he gets to his terminal point, which could be 20 minutes to half an hour after you've left the bus, he checks the bus. He then keeps the item with him until he finishes his duty. He brings it back to his depot, and there's a logbook in the depot which he fills in. The item then, if it's of value, would go into the safe in the garage. If not, it goes into a bag, a locked bag. That then is collected the following morning, varying from 8 o'clock in the morning up to about 10 o'clock, because you have to drive around 8 depots around the city. And then it would arrive here at about 12:30, and your property then would be available for collection from that time on.
Good. What's the most popular item that's found on the bus? Or is there one particular item?
It varies. In the winter, the most popular thing that people leave are scarves and gloves. You'd have any amount of them, and single gloves. They're like socks. Everyone uses a single glove. After that, then you're looking at phones. Phones would be a big item. Car keys, glasses. Glasses would be a big thing.
And what's the kind of most unusual item that you would find on a bus?
Since I've been here, the most unusual thing was a live rabbit. An actual live rabbit came into us. Now, we couldn't keep a rabbit here. We wouldn't have the facility for that, so we got the DSPCA straight away. And in fairness to them, they were here within an hour or two and took the rabbit. Now, I have no idea what happened to the rabbit after that. I often wondered.
You never
back? Well, I never checked up on her. I probably should have.
So, Sean, is there any advice you could share with the customers if they lose an item on the bus as to how they can get the item back for themselves in the Lost Property Office?
Yeah, as I said earlier, we don't get the item till the following day, so that's about 12:30. But in the event of you losing something like medication or your passport and you're on the way to the airport, there is a facility where we can facilitate that. Now, it is only in an emergency. We can't be stopping buses en route for everything, but we do try to facilitate it the way we can.
And if people lose the item on the bus, it's best to give you quite a lot of detail, like the route number, the bus number.
Absolutely. If you lose something on the bus, you're off the bus, obviously, because you've lost it. Now, what you do is you ring us the following day. Now, if you lost a bag, things like if it's a Nike bag or Reebok bag, that helps. If you've lost phones, we need things like PIN numbers to identify them. We need as much information from you as possible to identify your property. Now, one of the most important things is route number. That is a huge help to us if you can tell us the route number and the direction you're travelling in. But most importantly would be the route number, and we usually can find from that.
So Sean, do you have any other advice for people if they lose an item on the bus?
Yeah, well, people often get the mothers do everything. They would be the one ringing up on behalf of the teenage son or daughter, and ma'am, I lost a blue bag. So mommy rings up, I've lost a blue bag. Little things like it's a Nike blue bag, what's in it, whether it's a whole lot, all these little things help us trace down the item. Like I could tell you how misinformation can be funny. We had a woman here one day came looking for our BlackBerry. So she's at the counter and she says, you have my BlackBerry, I'm here to collect it. She rang the garage and they had our BlackBerry. I'm checking our bag that came down from the garage, there's no BlackBerry. So I'm in a tizzy. I'm worried that this BlackBerry's not around. So I go out to the lady and I said, I'm very, very sorry, could you give me any more details about your phone? And she looked at me as if I had 10 heads. I lost my BlackBerry. It was a hat. So that's how misinformation and not having the full information can throw you.